Today on 3D Printing with Catherine, we're going to do Chapter 4, the Z-axis assembly of my Prusa 3D printer.
Now we're on to Chapter 4, X-axis assembly. This one doesn't seem to be too difficult. It's only 10 steps, so hopefully we can get this done relatively quickly. I'm going to need my X-axis left and right bottom pieces, some M310 screws, and we should be able to start getting things put together for my X-axis. So wish me luck, here we go.
It's convenient that for the Z-axis bottom left and right pieces, they've labeled them with an L and an R for easy assembly.
So I installed these two X-axis bottom pieces. This one is on the right side, this one's on the left side. The one thing that I found was a little bit deceiving. It doesn't actually tell you on the diagrams in the manual which side of the printer is facing you, so I had to sort of zoom in pretty well here on the drawings to make sure I was using the right sides, getting my right and left on the right side. So with the motor at the back, the right side is on over here and the left side is on this one here.
Now time for some fun assembling motors. Again, they're nicely labeled with Z motors, and now that we know where left and right is, it's easy to assemble them and make it work. The motors also have these plastic trapezoidal nuts on them that need to be removed. It's not mentioned in the book, and this becomes a problem for me later.
So even though I'm working on my Z-axis right now, I gotta pull in my X-axis again because these here that came off of the motors have to be attached to the Z-axis now, as well as these nuts and bolts. So we're gonna give it a shot. We have to insert 4 of these little nuts into the spots here on the X-axis. So wish me luck because these are always super fun to put in.
Now I get to insert the X-axis onto the Z-axis motor shafts. Once I'm happy with the install and they are somewhat level, I insert the last 2 smooth rods.
So I have these screw cover pieces. I took them off. I took these pieces off of my motors earlier, and I thought that's what the screw covers were when they were talking about it, but it's not. It's actually this little piece here, which isn't very well depicted in the instructions. So now I'm going to take my X-axis off and put these screw covers back on before I go too far and mess things up even further.
Okay, so picking up again, I need to install the Z-axis top parts and screw them into place.
Okay, so X-axis and Y-axis and Z-axis are all done. So chapter 4 is done. Z-axis is complete. I've got my X-axis on here. And now I guess I get to have some more Haribo gummies. We're making progress.
So this is what my printer looks like right now at the end of chapter 4. This chapter wasn't too difficult, and it took me about half an hour to 45 minutes to complete. Hopefully you've enjoyed chapter 4 of my assembly of the Prusa 3D printer, and now I'm going to move on to chapter 5. Don't forget, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, and share my videos.